And now I want to do it for the culture. Because this is really my wheelhouse. Believe it or not, it is way more, like I get way more of a kick out of talking about cultural issues in society, especially Black America, than I do about talking sports. I try to use sports as like a conduit to a bigger conversation. I like sports. It's fun. It's light. But ultimately, I think that they're just much more important things to talk about. And I think I have more to offer you all as an audience than just talking about sports. So if I can find this one post. So last night I came across this post. Last week I had the reel talking about Boosie, lock him up and throw away the key. And for every game that Ja Morant gets 25, give Boosie a year for that. So 25 years, right? So apparently Boosie was granted bond, but the prosecutor's still not trying to let him out. So here's what we got from Boosie yesterday. After the judge has granted me a bond and I paid my full cash amount, the prosecution refused to respect the judge's decision to let me go. They showed no evidence of me being a flight risk or a danger to the community. The prosecutor, Mr. Wheat, looked at me singing "Wipe Me Down." He saw the clip and shook his head with the look of evil in his eyes. This is total misconduct from a prosecutor. He is racist and has evil intentions. Now they filed an appeal asking another judge to keep me in prison. I need the people of San Diego outside of the court tomorrow to protest the injustice that is being done to me. I need all prayer warriors across the world to pray the Southern District of California remove Mr. Wheat and this prosecution off my case. Even my attorneys have never seen nothing like this in their career. Help me fight this injustice and say a prayer for my freedom. In a vacuum, justice should be served. Boosie should get bond and be able to go home. In a vacuum. I'm not a big fan of people having to pay bond. I don't like the whole bond process in the American criminal justice system. I think that unless there is clear, distinct evidence that someone is a flight risk, they're a threat to themselves, they're a threat to society, or again, they're a flight risk and going to flee, they should be allowed to go home until they have a trial. Now, I do believe trials should be quicker, but I get it. Prosecution needs to get more information so that they can try to win. And the defense probably wants more information on their side so they can try to win, or more time to devise the strategy. Who knows? I'm not a lawyer. Not what I do, not what I want to do. So it could go either way. But here's what I don't like. I don't like a celebrity who has been clearly defiant of law and order, clearly defiant to police officers in their face and wildly disrespectful, now trying to be the face of a criminal justice cause, calling the prosecutor racist. I don't know if he's racist or not. Maybe it is because Boosie's black. Or maybe it's because Boosie has disrespected the law so much. Disrespected the law enforcement officials. And don't get me wrong, I've had my issues with police officers, whether it was me directly or just indirectly with the culture. I've talked about it on this platform for years. But I also think it's important, whether it's right or not, to put a good face on a movement. Because see, when you are trying to fight injustice and you have a face that's not so pretty. If you have somebody who might actually be guilty and you are using them to push your agenda, that cart probably ain't gonna push too far. Probably got square wheels instead of round wheels on it, blocks for wheels instead of wheels. It might be a car with the e-brake on. You're not gonna go too far. You're gonna be working really hard, pushing, or on that gas, but you're not gonna go anywhere. And I think it's problematic that Boosie is using his celebrity, someone who's openly spoken out against law and order, convicted felon, who wants us to risk our freedom for him. Well, Boosie, you risk your freedom for yourself and your family. And because you risk your freedom, you have to live with those consequences. Now, he hasn't been found guilty. And maybe I'm just assuming, stereotyping, creating a narrative. Who knows? I don't. But I can't get behind Boosie because I don't think Boosie actually cares about fixing the system for the sake of the system being fixed. I think Boosie wants to be free. And it's like pinning a dog in the corner. At some point, he's going to lash out and bite. And I think this is what Boosie's trying to do. He's lashing out and biting. But he wants us to bite for him. And you talk bad about the snitches, those who, for whatever reason, self-interest, who are holding others accountable for their actions. Talk about mad at Gunna, celebrating YMW Melly. Why don't you just take it on the chin, Boosie? Ain't that what you stand for? Not cooperating, not working with law enforcement, not helping them pigs out. Let the system take care of itself. Don't talk. I don't even know why you got a lawyer. You just represent yourself and not say a word. Take the fifth. Instead of knowing what you did, being silent. See, that's where the hypocrisy comes in. Because if you had the weapon on you, right, and you got caught, you're supposed to take it. But I saw a clip where he talked about you have the young boys around and you let them take the charge for the old heads. That's not accountability. That's not standing on your own. That's predatory. That's sick. That's, hey, we're all complicit in this. I definitely know better. But you know what? You take the heat for me. Because I'm Lil Boosie Badass. If you so bad, keep your ass in there. Wipe me down.